ಹೃದಯದ ಮಾತೊಂದ, ಬಿಚ್ಚಿಡು ಬಚ್ಚಿಟ್ಟ ಮನದ ಕನಸೊಂದ. ಹಿಂದೆ ಸಮಯ ಮುಂದೆ ಇಡಲು ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ನಿನ್ನ ಸಾಹಸ ರಥಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾರಥಿಯಾಗಿ ಮುನ್ನಡೆಸಿದೆ. ನಿನ್ನ ಬಾನಂಗಳ ಕೆಳಗೊಯ್ಯುವ ರೆಕ್ಕೆಯಾಗಿ ಕೂಡಿದೆ. ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ವಾಯ್ಸ್, ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ವಾಯ್ಸ್.
Bengaluru Voice. Listen to your heart.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರೇ. ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ವಾಯ್ಸಿನ 414ನೇ ಸಂಚಿಕೆಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸ್ವಾಗತ, ಸುಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬಯಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ತಂಡದವರೇ ಆದಂಥ ಗೋವರ್ಧನ್, ರವಿ, ಆರ್ಜೆಗಳಾದ ರಮ್ಯಾ ಅಭಿಜಿತ್, ರಮ್ಯಾ ವೆಂಕಟೇಶ್, ಪೃಥ್ವಿ ಮಾಥುರ್, ದಿಲೀಪ್, ವಿನೋದ್ ಮತ್ತು ಹಾಗೆ ತೇಜಸ್. ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ನೋಡಿ, ಅಮೇರಿಕಲ್ಲಂತೂ ಬಹಳ ಬಿಸಿಲು. ಆ ಕಡೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮಳೆ ಮತ್ತು ಫ್ಲಡ್ಸು. ಜೀವನ ಹೇಗೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಎಲ್ಲ ಆ ಥರದ್ದು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆದರೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಸುರಕ್ಷಿತವಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋತೀವಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಶನಿವಾರದ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆಯನ್ನು ಅಥವಾ ಸಂಜೆಯನ್ನು ಅಥವಾ ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ನಮ್ಮೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಬಹಳ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ನಿಮಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಕೋರ್ತಾ ನಾನು ಸಂಚಿಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಎಂದಿನಂತೆ ಇಂದು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ವಿಶೇಷ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಂಚಿಕೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮೈ ಪ್ರಿವಿಲೇಜ್ ಟು ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್. ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮನ ನಾವು ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ದ ಕನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಲೈವ್ ಆನ್ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಇನ್ ದೇರ್. We're also on Instagram, so please don't forget to like us and follow us. Friends, dear friends, it's my absolute privilege to be introducing our guest, Dr. Sheela Unnikrishnan, to you all. What could I say? Whatever I would talk about this great, achiever would be a little smaller. But in the interest of time, I would make a very short introduction of Guru Dr. Sheela Unnikrishnan. Dr. Sheela Unnikrishnan, I would say, the beacon of the world of Bharatanatyam in an illustrious career spanning several decades, characterized by her technical brilliance and the profound emotive depth. You will hear a lot about it today, the essence of it and the depth of it and the significance of it. Her journey began at a very young age under various gurus in her life, and she has performed on various prestigious stages across the world. I would want to name a few: Nityanjali Festival, Khajuraho Dance Festival, or just a few. She not only is a performer, she is one of the finest teacher one could think of in the whole world of art, in the classical art form. So she is a celebrated performer, but also a dedicated educator for several years at school. We will talk about it more. Impulse training to budding artists. Her specialty is in the form of showing them the history behind this performance, the rhythm and expressive potential of every individual she will train on, and you'll hear a lot more about it today. Her contribution is not only in performance and in education, but also spans other areas such as conducting workshops, seminars, and outreach activities. It's a privilege. I keep saying that because this extraordinary talent agreed to be on our platform and come to us and talk to us today. Now, because of the work involved and the specialization and the sheer brilliance and depth of it, I thought I should also have somebody who knows this subject very well to be talking to you all. So I also invited Aishwarya Venkat, our own Aishwarya Venkat from the Bay Area, to be joining me as a co-host here, and she'll join us quickly. In the meantime, so with all your permission, with great privilege, with great honor, I would like to welcome Dr. Sheela Unnikrishnan to our show. Namaskar.
Namaste.
Hi, Aishwarya. So welcome to the show.
Namaste.
Thanks for being on our platform. Aishwarya, thank you for co-hosting with me.
My pleasure entirely.
Excellent. So Dr. Sheela Unnikrishnan, I'll probably keep referring as Dr. Unnikrishnan, if that's okay with you. And again, thanks again for being on the show, and really looking forward to this particular, discussion. Let's start with my first question. I narrated a few things about, a small part of your overall achievements in life. I would like to understand the person behind the success, and tell us about your life journey, your childhood. How did you start? How did you go about? Why did you try to do this? What helps you driving it, and what do you see yourself as, and start from there, So we would love to know about your life.
Um, Actually, it's a very small story. Um, I was born in a middle class family. Both of my parents were government employees. They worked for state government, Tamil Nadu state government collectorate. So we were actually three sisters and one brother, and very small and affectionate family. And my mother is a very ardent lover of music and art, music and dance. See, she wanted to learn dance and music, but her family circumstances didn't allow her to do that. So she thought her children should learn all that and then make her feel happy. Okay, that is the main thing behind she putting us in dance, in fine arts. And another thing is to keep ourselves fit and then to improve my health condition, everything. Doctor advised me to take some physical activities when I was 10-year-old. So my mother took this chance to fulfill a dream. So she took all the three of us. And then there was a dance teacher in one of the school near in Villivakam. We just went to that school and then joined there. And then after seeing our interest, our master came to my house and then started teaching, giving us special training. And then he made us do Arangetram within a year. So 1981 we joined, and 1982 February we did Arangetram, and then our master named us, all the three of us, as Villivakam sisters. So, and then we used to perform small temples in and around Chennai that time. So that that time dance was just a hobby for us. And then my mother wanted, like any other parents, she wanted me to become a doctor. Since I was also good in science, I also loved science very much, equal to dance. So marks also I was scoring well. So she dreamt me of becoming a doctor too. So I tried many entrance exams like other children, but I didn't pass in that. So my destiny took me towards dance. And then after I did chemistry, my master in chemistry. I loved chemistry a lot. So after I finished my college, my mother told me, there is a vacancy in a popular school in KK Nagar, Padma Seshatri. You can go there and work till you get something, some job related to chemistry. So I went and joined the school, and then I got stuck to that school and the children and different kind of choreographies, and then exploring choreographies with different numbers and science, maths, everything in dance in that school. We will show all the concepts in chemistry, concepts in physics, even chess game, everything through dance we projected in that school. So that gave me lot of, it widened my vision, how to choreograph with so many children. And Mrs. YGP and my senior dance teacher is there, Mrs. Gayatri Sundaram. She was also from Mangudi Dorai Rajar, my master's same school. So they also gave suggestions to improve. And then Mrs. YJP played a major role, and she was a inspiration to me. So after my master passed away, me and my sister went and joined the Kuchipudi Art Academy. That is little far from our place. But after joining Kuchipudi Art Academy, I was totally taken aback, because I never seen a teacher like Vempati Master, because he never charged 1 rupee for us. He just said, you have to come every day without taking leave. That is my fees. So he didn't even charge a rupee from us for teaching us the Kuchipudi. And then he became a role model for me. I also wanted to be like him, to teach any poor children without taking money from them like that and all. So like that, and after my Bharatanatyam teacher passed away, I was the eldest dancer, eldest student there. So there was we stayed in Vilivakam, right? It's a very remote place. That time, no communication, no bus, no auto and all. So all the other children who learned dance with me, we all got stuck up. We don't know what to do. None of the teacher came to us to teach further. So my mother told me, you are the eldest in the group. Why don't you give them practice? So just like a child's play, I started teaching Bharatanatyam for the court students who were learning dance along with me. And then from there, I started exploring small choreographies for my sister. She danced for inter-college competition and all. So I tried Natesha Kautam. That is the first dance I choreographed for my sister. So since my mother liked it, I got encouraged. So I thought, okay, I should do more songs like this and all. I got inspired and encouraged with my mother's words. Like that, my journey started.
Excellent. Dr. Unnikrishnan, you're so humble for what you have achieved. I would do injustice if I speak about achievement in such a simple word. What I would do is that I will ask Aishwarya to talk a bit more, and then I'd go back to whatever is a few things you said here. But Aishwarya, you've seen Dr. Unnikrishnan from your younger days because she was your teacher too.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
in your own words, a bit about her work and herself and her work. That would be great.
Thank you. I would like when she was talking about teaching in Padma Shadri, for me, the earliest memory of being associated with Sheela ma'am was in the school. I'm a product of Padma Shadri as well. And I have been very privileged to be a part of some of her amazing choreographies during our annual day celebrations, which have always been grandeur, was already set during those times. So so that's why there is so much familiarity and a lot of pride to see the transition of how Sheela ma'am's choreographies are reaching globally, world over, with so much finesse, because we all have had a taste of it, just a sliver of it when she was teaching us in school for all our annual day productions. But like I mentioned, and Sheela ma'am's choreographies are par excellence in terms of their rhythmic components, with respect to their musicality, with respect to also the sort of theatrical aspect that you receive when you're witnessing it. Like, each production is so meticulously thought of, when in every sense, whether it is costumes or whether it is the characterization or whether it is the technique of rhythms that are being used, is so well thought out that you really wonder how she gets so much accomplished with like 20 kids on stage, or dancers on stage, and it is almost like watching a ballet, a flawless ballet of Bharatanatyam. I sort of refer to all of Sri Nrityalaya productions as a ballet performance, because we are it's that amount of perfection that comes through all of it. So it is just very humbling to hear her backstory, and really inspiring. She's always been an inspiration for many dancers like us, especially from Chennai, and those who have known her from our school days. We would always wait for a time when we will get picked for a certain character. She will have meticulous auditions. She will fix each character based on the perfection of what she expects. So I have really enjoyed seeing that process work with her. So this is definitely a great opportunity for everybody to hear her story as well. So thank you so much, ma'am.
Actually, there is a proverb in Kannada. I'm sure there's one in Tamil too. It's called Tumbida Koda Tulukalla. saying that the vessel which is full of water, it won't spill. Those are the accomplished people. They're always humble. That shows their caliber. I am now really wanting to show another production, and you made me really, really curious, and you made our audience curious as well. Before I do that, Aishwarya, a quick, a few seconds on the Metu style of dance. So if you could please, for our, but bring it on for our audience. Our audience may not know it technically well. So if you could say it in simple words.
Sure. So actually, more than me, ma'am should probably tell, but I just want to tell the audience that what Sheela ma'am has been trained in is in a specific style of the Bhagavata Mela style of dancing called the Melattur style. Sheela ma'am can talk more about the style of dance, but it is very unique in its precision of footwork and the way of storytelling. So Sheela ma'am, please talk to us a little bit about why the Melattur style of dance. What is Melattur style of dance, and today in the multiple genres of Barneys, that as we call it, where does it fit in, or does it even have to fit in any such category of style of Bharatanatyam?
Actually, this has come, as you said, it has its roots from Bhagavata Mela, where Bhagavatas say the story and then sing and dance. Um, it has a big history. It is there in our website too. So I don't want to go go about detail about that. So as you said, it has a very good rhythmic part. It's highly rhythmical and energetical. And then we usually concentrate on line and neat, line and length. And then we also we won't keep our body stiff, and we'll keep it stiff, but we have some flow also along with the hand movements. It will have some traces of Kuchipudi. If it's not actually the Kuchipudi steps we use, but the way we move our body and then the way we cover our stage. Even when we do the Tattimettu also, we used to cover. And then, and as you said, the costumes, makeup, every small, minute details we used to focus, because I really got inspired from Empathy Master, and then I wanted to bring in all that element in my dance school's production, because first production when I used to love to dance in his programs, but since I'm very short, I am not given chance at all in my dance during my learning days. So one time master asked me to do a peacock in 1993 along with Shobha. We both did the role of peacock in Rukmini Kalyanam, one of his greatest production in Music Academy. And the same year, we got a chance to perform in Chidambaram Natyanjali as a duet, me and Shobha. So that is the first performance, probably 2 or 3 I have done, that's all. So that is the main memorable thing. That time I used to notice even the bullock, and he will not he will not accept the hairpin also fall when we dance. It should be very
Perfect.
perfect, very perfect. Yeah. So that element, and then the time, very punctual is. Even the morning 7 o'clock, 10 to 1 is the class for us, and 4 to 7 in the evening. And he will be on dot inside the class. And then we'll be ready and then he used to take class with full energy, and then he will motivate us to do if there is 2 or 3 batches, me and Shobha will do in all the batches. So he's a very great inspiration. I'm just trying to imitate him in my dance school. So I love to imitate him.
Yeah.
I think you imitate is you are definitely elevating all his teachings through your teachings as well, ma'am. That's what we would probably say. But thank you for that. So just to go back to it, I just wanted to ask you. So does the Melattur style dance actually have it traces of Kuchipudi in terms of its lasya, in terms of its grace, or is it more towards the
Actually,
storytelling?
the Bhagavatas migrated from Andhra Pradesh to Tanjavur district. And then Achyutappa Nayaka, that king that time, he patronized them. And then they developed this Bharatanatyam thing in that area. And then it's getting popularized.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Wonderful, wonderful.
So, ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Whenever you see this art representation, if we understand this final element a bit more, our enjoyment level will enhance significantly. So, I think that's why I asked Dr. Sheela Unnikrishnan to explain, and Aishwarya, wonderful for you to ask her to explain this. So, now let's see a performance. There are very many performances you could pick from, where Dr. Sheela Unnikrishnan has herself done or her students have done. And let me show this one particular piece of Srinivasa Kalyanam, for your benefit on this. And I'm going to play a glimpse of it.
கடைப்புக்கலை கூர்பிதாமகன் ஜகமும் அகமும் யாத்தமைத்து இகமும் பரமும் சேர்த்தமைத்து யுகங்கள் நான்கை கோர்த்தமைத்த எழில் முகங்கள் நான்கு தான் கரி கரி திங்கிணத்தும் கரி கரி தகதிங்கிணத்தும் தகதிங்கிணத்தும் கரி கரி தகதிங்கிணத்தும் 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 பரந்த மகள் இவள் தாழாமல்
Whenever I see this such a marvelous pieces, I get goosebumps. I just can't avoid it. In 30 seconds, Aishwarya, your expert comments on this particular piece.
Oh, no experts, but you can see like you said, it's goosebumps moment. Like every scene, like the finesse of the completion of every single movement, the characterization, it is just, it takes it like it elevates your experience as a viewer so much as an audience. And as a dancer, you really wonder how they do these, how are they so well trained to do such with so much energy, with so much perfection at every point of time. In fact, I just want to, this is probably a great segue to talk about these series of videos that Sheela ma'am has called the Tapasia series, where she has, I think a lot of people have definitely asked her about how do you train your students? And that is, so she has these beautiful video series where she explains how every student, right from day one, when they enter into Sri Devi Nrityalaya under her, are trained meticulously until they achieve a certain level of perfection and energy. We would love to hear more about how you came upon this teaching pattern, ma'am, and this a brief moment of how Tapasia series has evolved, and what is the takeaway from all of these videos that you share on YouTube.
As you said, that is the main thing, how you train your students equally. When 8 or 12 dancers do on a stage, they all look like one single dancer. All these questions, wherever I go to do workshop, like Norway, Canada, wherever I visited, that is a common question people ask me. So I thought, instead of explaining every time, I thought I should do it as a series. So that moment, that thought came in that moment, and then I started doing it. So I selected a fresh set of babies who joined that year as a Tapasia group. And then the same children, episodes were shot with those children. And then after the completion of 4 or 5 years, I just showed showed the kids how they started performing. After the children were around 5-6 years when the Tapasia series started, and their first performance, group performance, when they were at age of 8 or 9, so 4 years. So from that time, they are also performing in all our productions nowadays. Okay. So I just wanted, if you do the training, basic, very slowly, focusing on each and every nuances like RMND, that is a very difficult thing for any dancer to master. And then the Angashuddham, whatever the arms or leg movements and footworks, that is the most difficult thing for a dancer to do, like Tattadavu. Completing Tattadavu, eight adavus takes our life away. So we used to do only one Tattadavu, the first Tattadavu for a year also. For some children, for 2 years also, we will be in the same adavu. First adavu, till they get the body discipline. So this is the main secret of me doing the tapasya, how we do it. Some people will ask, parents will get disheartened and then they will take the children away. No problem. If the 10 children join during a period, if even one stays with us, she will be a good dancer in future. Instead of having hundreds and 200s, and then if they don't do it properly, what contentment we get as a teacher. So for me, my conscious, I have to prove myself in that. So I have to be very contented. Okay, this child is good. I'm bringing her in a right way. That moment, that happiness, that thought I should have. So, and Tapasya is every month, whatever is happening in that month in our school, that will be that month's episode. So I never planned the episode. It is to be like that and all. Whatever the real incident is happening in my school every month, the end of the month, that will be the episode. So
That's so wonderful.
that is how it is evolving.
Excellent. So there is this author called Malcolm Gladwell who writes a lots of series of business psychology books. He wrote a book called Outlier. In this, he says that anybody who practices something for 10,000 hours, they will become expert at it. And something which comes to my mind immediately is Bharatanatyam, which is that any performance you see on stage, they have put years of work equal to, you will probably do 1,000 in a year, 10 years you put in. That's when they get to their solo performance. They put in that to perfect that art, and then it becomes second nature for them. And that's what I explained to somebody, that is what Bharatanatyam is all about. That's what you get to. That's the classical art form in its fine, finesse, as Aishwarya says. So that prompts me to show. You spoke about Tapasya, friends, listeners. We will publish the channel in our Bengaluru Voice Facebook and our other channels. So please do watch, and you will see the kids preparing. How they prepare in Dr. Sheela Unnikrishnan school. But let me show you a composition. Let me show you a performance of that. The Swagatam Krishna is something you should watch. Let's play that for you.
स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण मधुरापुरी सदना मृदुवद कृष्ण कृष्ण
Actually, I can speak about this for an hour, but that will be a
I
common
know.
Yeah,
Very
I want
true.
to spend it for our listeners' sake, a minute on this, speciality of this. I could see the smile in Dr. Sheela Unnikrishnan's face when this was playing. She must have watched it 1,000 times. But you see, the smile it brought into her face, and that's the mark of it. Such a great teacher. So a minute on this, Aishwarya.
No, I think I wanted to really point in saying that, anybody could relate to this song. The speciality of Sheila Ma'am's choreographies and productions or even solo thematic shows is that anybody, like we say that Bharatanatyam is a very tough, it has a very tough audience to please because unless and until you understand what is happening, people don't come and watch it because, we have progressed to more easier ways of consuming art nowadays. So, but with Sheila Ma'am's every production, every anything that you take, whether it is a YouTube video or a live 2 hour production, anybody, you ask, even like a common, like a mother, a household mom or a dad, they can go and watch it and be enthralled by it. The beauty of is simplicity. She picks very simple day to concepts, stories that everybody is aware of, but she brings it out with so much elegance and so much depth that you really wonder, wow, it is a very simple concept, and everybody, all the entire public can like enjoy it. It is not specific to a certain niche crowd of of only art lovers or people who understand that particular art form. That's what I wanted to talk about with Sheila ma'am. Sheila ma'am, when you were doing when you were watching this video, uh, that little kid who was playing Krishna, like even bringing out those emotions and making them uh, so cute. How do you like bring these emotions in such little ones? That was very very inspiring to see. We struggle so much to bring it even for ourselves at a certain age, but these kids, they nail every second of it so beautifully.
The first best thing what these kids get in my dance school is they are they are able to watch prime dancers of SDN in the regular classes, because when the children come for the regular classes, I will be doing some rehearsals in the ground floor. So when they come early, they will sit beside me and then watch the rehearsal. So that gives them a lot of ideas how to do and all. And these children, no, as you said, they are all, even though they are small kids, they are with me for more than 5 years, minimum 4 years or 5 years. These kids. So now they are 8 or 9 year old. So they are here from 4 years, 5 years. So they know all the akkas who are dancing very well. Like they used to watch our cool kids like Harini, Bhairavi, Kameshwari, all those dancers. And if they will be given a small roles in my productions. Whatever the possible role for kids, I will give them chance so that the 3 hours they'll be with me watching the seniors
Others.
perform, enact. So they get lot of exposure like that. So they are doing it well. And then as to talk about the production, see, I believe I always see myself, witness myself that I'm carried away by my destiny or the time. I flow with the time. So I never thought I will be a dance teacher. I never thought I will raise a school like Sri Devendra. Just time took me up to this time. So whatever the production I wanted to do, right people will come to that production to make that production happen, like the music composer or lyricist. And Shobha is here behind me like a backbone, designing costumes. And then she's 24 hours thinking about the costumes and designing to make it as a grand success. And then, and she, since she's being a dancer, she has also give her inputs while choreographing. And then, so all that, as I told you, the musicians, the singers, the percussionist, all the required people will come for that production. We join together, work. So that will happen on its own. So I can't claim that
Wonderful.
this is my production. I have done it. No.
No, you mentioned it right, because the musicality aspect of your productions just like take it to a totally different level of experience for the audience as well.
So the best
So
person will come in the right time to do every production in my life. That is the thing I'm witnessing actually. Even the dancers, whoever is fit for that role, they will come and do their best and then stamp it and go. That's all. And the children who are following that footpath, they will also try to bring their best watching their seniors. So that is happening
that's
in
so
my school
wonderful.
now.
You said it so simply but too
I
eloquent.
know.
And your strong belief that everything will come together, but it is meant to come together. And the spirituality behind it, so hopefully I didn't say the wrong thing there. So that's really, really great to see. No wonder, friends, Dr. Sheela Unnikrishnan won many, many awards. If I were to name a few, Kalai Mamuni Award and Nitya Chudamani Award, if I were to it were to say a few, because of her work, and what has been done. Generally, when I say that we use our show, we have RJs run the show, but when I have somebody like Dr. Sheela Unnikrishnan, I do it myself, but it's very easy to get carried away. So I'm already well into the show before taking a break. So, who will not get carried away? So I got carried away. So let's take a short break, a 2-minute break to thank our sponsors who are and the reason behind, we do these shows regularly, throughout the year. For 8 years we've been doing it. A short, we will come back and then we will talk about the awards and what made you most proud, what award made you proud and why. And then we'll talk more. And Aishwarya has a bunch of things to ask you. So, and then we will talk about your upcoming US tour and what is that people get to see in various parts of the country and in Bay Area, and what could they get to learn. So, friends, a short break, and we will be back with you.
Tax, the leading tax consultant in the Bay Area. Prasanna Kumar ಅವರು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ತಾನೇ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, Bay Area professional tax consultant. Tax filing, tax preparation, accounting, planning, bookkeeping services for individual ಅಥವಾ small business. ಯಾವುದೇ ಥರದ tax consultant ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗೆ you can reach Prasanna Kumar at 408-222-0259. ಮೈಸೂರು ಶ್ರೀರಂಗ ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ ಯೋರ್ ಆಟೋಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್. 20 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದಲೂ ಬೇರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅತ್ಯುತ್ತಮ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಾಹನದ ಆರೈಕೆಗೆ ಒನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಶ್ರೀ ಆಟೋ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್. ಶ್ರೀ ಆಟೋ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಫ್ರೀಮಾಂಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಅವರ ಫೋನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 510-996-8404. ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ 510-996-8404. ಅಮೇರಿಕಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಮನೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಈ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ನ ಸಹಕಾರ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಗಿರೀಶ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್. ಎಸ್, ರಿಯಲ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಟಾಪ್ ನಾಚ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಿರೋ ಗಿರೀಶ್ ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರೇ. ಕನ್ನಡದವರೇ ಆದ ಗಿರೀಶ್ ಜೊತೆ ರಿಯಲ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಸೋ ನಾಲೆಜಬಲ್. ನನ್ನ ಪರ್ಸ್ನಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್, ರಿಯಲ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಇನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ ಹೌಸ್ ತಗೋಬೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಬಿ ಇಟ್ ಯೋರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹೋಮ್ ಆರ್ ಯೋರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆರ್ ಮೆನಿ ಮೋರ್. ಫಾರ್ ರೀಚ್ ಔಟ್ ಗಿರೀಶ್ at 408-420-0646 ಅಥವಾ gbangalore@interroad.com. ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಫ್ರೀಡಮ್ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ತಾನೇ ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ? ಬಟ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ತಲೆನೋವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಡೋಂಟ್ ವರಿ, ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ ಯುವರ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್. ಎಸ್, ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, 401k ರೋಲ್ ಓವರ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ರಿಟೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್, ಡೆಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಎಜುಕೇಷನಲ್ ಸೇವಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಫಿನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್, ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಲೈಫ್, ಆಟೋ, ಹೋಮ್, ರೀಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮಾರ್ಗೇಜ್ ಲೋನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಲೀಗಲ್ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗೆ ಪರಿಹಾರ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಎಸ್, ರೀಚ್ ಔಟ್ ಟು ಅನಿಲ್ ಹಾಲಪ್ಪ. ಹೌದು, ಅನಿಲ್ ಹಾಲಪ್ಪ ಅವರ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ 2093809858 ಅಥವಾ halappa@primerica.com. ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಬಿಗ್ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. ನಾವಿವತ್ತು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಶೀಲಾ ಉನ್ನಿಕೃಷ್ಣನ್ ಅವರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಒಂದು ಸಂವಾದ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಭರತನಾಟ್ಯಂ, ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಭರತನಾಟ್ಯಂ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೂ ರೀಚ್ ದ ಪಿನಾಕಲ್ of success or finesse or the high caliber and quality in this. It's our privilege to be talking to Dr. Sheela Unnikrishnan, who has made a big name in the classical art forms field. So let's continue the discussion from there, from where we left off. Dr. Sheela, I wanted to talk about those awards. You have won various awards and for your work, and I know you're very humble, and but what are some of the awards which made you proud, and why so?
One thing I wanted to say is, you said I got Kalaimamani, right? That is not yet I got. I mean, I'm yet to get that. But other rest of the awards which I was honored. Definitely, I'm really thankful to all the people who have conferred me all the awards. But left to myself, I don't even remember what are all the awards which I got it all these days, because I don't keep everything in my mind. So if you want it, I can just refer and then let you know the awards. But as you said, I'm very much proud of my students, because if there is no hardworking students, the teacher can't be, we can't continue our classes, because my students know they will try and do whatever I say without thinking. That kind of students I am very blessed to get right from the beginning. So whatever the awards and whatever the thing which I'm getting it or got it, that's because of my students and my really hardworking students. So I'm very much proud of them. And then for that only making me sit in front of you and then sharing my views. So that is the best award which I get as a teacher.
So humble.
So humble.
No, that is the thing I always feel, because of unless obedient and a hardworking student is there, it's with us, it's very difficult to get what we want, what I visualize in my mind from them. So that is the best thing, best award God is given me, with good students and good supportive parents who can do anything for their children.
Yeah.
Such a
Very
great-
wonderful. That is so beautiful. Suresh ji, can I just ask the next question? Because she was talking about the students, I'm really curious to talk to her about the upcoming US tour that she's going to have, and her students are going to be performing in the Bay Area on August 17th in Shabo College. And we would love for everybody, whoever is there, to please attend and watch these wonderful dancers. But Sheela ma'am, can you give us a little bit of a sneak peek on what to expect on August 17th? And I know that we also have a follow-up workshop that is going to happen from August 18th to August 20th, conducted with Smaran Performing Arts. So we'll talk about that as well. But to begin with, on August 17th, what can we expect for the audience in the Bay Area to experience?
Before going to that, a small brief thing about our US trip. Before the Corona period, we just planned with 5 students. And then somehow once the lockdowns got set in, we have to drop it. No other go. So after that, many people were asking us, when will you be coming? When you will be coming? That Bharatanatyam, Mr. Rangaraja.
Rangam, yeah. Yeah, Rangaraja.
He's an ardent fan of our dance school. Okay, he used to come to all our productions. Every December and January, he will attend all the productions, and then he will be calling us. I will arrange. Please come. Please come. So I was really surprised. I am yet to believe that we are all coming to US, because the last time when he met us in January, when before leaving India, he asked me, just send me the papers which I want. I will do, and then if it works out, you come. That is the thing. Final talk we had with him, and then it happened. So actually, we thought of some different combination of students, but it didn't work out for so many personal reasons, and then were other different commitments with the of the other dancers, so family commitments, and then other thing. So finally, Sanjana, Mridula, and Bhairavi is coming. So as a teacher, I know the potential of these three dancers who are going to do trio for the first time. So to bring their best, I have designed a set of items which will highlight all their potentials in that Melattur Margam. So we are performing in 9 cities in US. Among that, 7 places will be doing Melattur Margam. And in Chicago, we are doing Tyagaraja Vaibhavam, exclusive Tyagaraja, Saint Tyagaraja's compositions. And then in Dallas, we have Kuchipudi and Bharatanatyam analogy. Like Shobha will be performing along with Pranamya Suri, and then my students will be doing Bharatanatyam. And finally, we have planned to end with one Mangalam. The 2 different programs in Dallas and Chicago. The rest of the program, Melattur Margam. And we are also eagerly looking forward to perform there, since that is a maiden performance. On August 8th is the first performance there in US. Regarding the workshop, I always believe and then still feel that Guru Sishya relationship must be much longer. It's not a 1 day or 2 day or 3 day thing. Okay, so whatever the best or whatever the best thing I can share with those dancers who are coming for the workshop 2 or 3 days, no, that will be, I will do my best. Like what are all the things they want me to do for them, me and my students are there to do for them.
Wonderful.
So
It is a wonderful opportunity for us in the Bay Area, ma'am. We must thank you for even considering to do a workshop for Bay Area dancers, because there is so much to learn from you, even if it is in a short span, and hopefully it continues for more longer interactions with this art form through your teaching. So many nuances that we can also learn and benefit. The Bay Area dancers can definitely benefit from that. So August 18th to 20th, we are really looking forward to it. And of course, 17th is the show, which we are also looking forward to. We are excited because I know that I think in 2020, we were all expecting to have Sridevi and Nitya come in for their show. So this is the first touring, and we're all very thrilled to see all of you here. We've had in our past, Smaran Smaran Dance Festival had hosted Harini Jeevita, one of ma'am's prime disciple and fantastic dancer, and she has made her own name and mark in the world of dance as one of the excellent dancers in Bharatanatyam in this generation. So we were all fortunate to witness that her dance form, and we've also had a couple of other students of Sheela ma'am who have performed in the Smaran Dance Festival in the past few years. So we are very happy to have had this honor to host her workshop as a part of Smaran. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Excellent. So, friends, we will have schedule in US. We will publish on our channel. Please look at it. If it's happening in your city, I would strongly encourage you go and and see the performance. A quick question, Aishwarya, if somebody wants to be part of the workshop, one is doing, what do they need to do? Whom should they contact?
The details are on the website. We can just share that link. Please reach out to smaranarts.org and you will be able to get in touch with all the details for the workshop. For the Shabo College performance, there is also another link that we can share to all the viewers. The ticket link is available on that for purchase, and they can also reach out to Varadaranga. Their numbers, we can post it on the chat or something. Yeah.
Absolutely. Dr. Sheela, I keep when somebody in India asks me about the place you live and things like that, I keep giving them one connotation, which is that number one place in the world to do Arangetram is Chennai, and number two place is San Jose. That is the richness of art people we have here. And truly speaking, that is amount of Arangetram I've attended in my life here in San Jose is by far, it just cannot beat what I probably say. That in back. I'm from Bangalore. Arangetrams are a little bit more popular in Chennai, as I know. If hopefully I'm right there. So excellent. So moving on, and thank you. Good luck for the tour, and we're eager to see the program here, as well as I'm sure many of you of them want to be want to be in your workshop. Will be lovely to have. I'm also with Smaran Arts. Hopefully I'll get to meet you in person as well. So moving on, I've got a little bit different question, which is that this use of technology and how does this impact? I have two questions. Let me ask the first one. What has been the use of technology? Today you're coming to Valley, you're talking to a bunch of people in Silicon Valley, so we can't have a discussion without technology, right? So what is the use of technology? And a related question, second question, I'll ask it anyways, so which is that the AI is making a lot of way. For example, today, L'Oreal can do a foundation makeup for a for women through digitally. They can do a very good job of it, and that the technology has gone to. And with that said, I know it's classical art form, it is physical, it is done, but does it have any effect on the technology? How do you use technology in your own performances? Number two, does AI has a good or a bad impact on your on Bharatanatyam or on any classical form?
I have no idea about the AI. Okay. I am yet to be familiar with that. Technology, of course, it has made global dancers and it has brought everyone together, closer, much closer. Um, People can watch any dance or any production from sitting in any part of the world. That is a technology which I know because I used to do some editing works for my channel. So that much only knowledge I have about the technology. So AI and all, I'm yet to explore. I have no idea about that. Very sorry.
That's okay.
I
So,
think
but
their
I
productions
think you
use
are
so much
bad.
high tech. Their productions use so much of high tech, lights and everything. So I think that is definitely something that all production units have. Maybe that's something that we definitely would like to know, ma'am. Like in terms of when you design your production, the kind of technology right now, from what you started off probably 20 years ago to now, how things have changed in in how we use technology for the lights and the productions and everything.
Yeah, certain scenes and certain sequences I used to plan sitting with the light technician because in one of my thematic presentation, we presented Teruvil Varanu Padam as a group performance. So whatever the heroine's thinking, thoughts, her mind is shown as a flashback or back. So that time we used that lighting, behind the mind flashback is within a little dim lighting, and the heroine will be highlighted bright in the front like that. So there we have used, and then there are many places. At least one scene will be based on the technology, like lighting technology and other things. So I will see that I use that properly because all good technicians are available nowadays. And even the auditorium here in Chennai, most are equipped very well with all the lights and other thing. So that will definitely enhance the quality of the performance, the lighting. So that and the musical thing and the studio recordings, what they do, and then the mixing, mastering, they're all doing wonderful job. So the hearing itself will get a lot of motivation to do to choreograph, or the dancers will get inspired with the music to perform well. So these are definitely helping us.
Wonderful.
It's
I would like to ask you, ma'am, who is you mentioned your inspiration is Venkateshana Satyam sir, and all your gurus as well. But for a lot of us dancers, you are a huge inspiration. You and Shobha ma'am are a huge inspiration. How do you all keep this passion going really strong? Uh, to make sure that your work or what you're putting forward is filled with utmost sincerity and only devotion towards the art form. How do you maintain that? What is your secret? I mean, if I may ask, what's your secret sauce for it?
You know, I can say that me and Shobha now, we are very lucky to have our husbands. Like, they don't depend upon our salary or money to run the family. Okay. So we don't do or teach dance for the money, not for the living. We just do for our satisfaction. So whatever do right from the morning till the end, even if I am in the class, me and Shobha in the class right from the morning 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, we go home very late, 10:30, 11 and all. We never felt tired at all, because we never felt that we are working, we are doing some work. Teaching is not a work for us. Teaching is what we enjoy, and then it's like part of us. So since it's like that, I never felt that it's some burden, or we should do some extra thing, we should do some extra effort to keep it going and all. It's just happening, that's all.
Wonderfully said, ma'am.
uh, it's a eye opener to so many of us here in the US, because we all came here for a profession, and I think day in day out, we do a lot to impress ourselves, impress around us, impress who work with, and try to make a career. But they say, that if you love what you're doing, you will never work a single day. So you are living the true essence of that statement, which we can never ever think that we could do, at least for some time in our career. And I'm honestly saying it. You're being so humble and honest, and I can sincerely honestly say that. So like, I always think that I have so many questions. I'll make it interesting. I could hardly ask a few of them, because I get also, this has been an excellent conversation. Unfortunately, come to the end of the session, but I'm going to take a few extra minutes, if you may, and then make the rule that I'll extend a bit. It has been such a great conversation. I want to touch upon one thing, and then again, sorry to put you on a spot, Dr. Sheela, man. So you see Bharatanatyam or any classical form, to maintain its prominence, and it's maintain its stature, need to keep continuing. The form need to continue, and people need to practice. Any classical art form is that, right? So people practice and make it more perfect, and then people going it. But is enough people taking it on today? Will this great art form continue? And what is the future for it? Or do you think that we should do something to get to have a bright future? So all about what is it today? Because like I should have said in the very beginning, there are so many more forms of entertainment today. It's instant gratification. People are at their fingertips. The 30 seconds you're entertained and you move on to something else, right? So what do you think is the future of this art form?
See, all that fine arts are divine, actually. It's centuries old, and we are all small peg in this world. We are no one to do our part to this divine art. We are just uh, least important when we consider that treasure. It is a treasure, and it has a root, and it is a very old traditional art form. So it will survive on its own. Like people, as we think that we are doing something for that. No. Unless the art choose us, we can't even think of continuing dance or music. Definitely, whoever is continuing dance, whoever is continuing their passion, definitely the art would have chosen them. Otherwise, it's very, very difficult. How much ever money you give, how much your recommendations you take, you get, you can't become an artist. So the art will survive on its own. We are all just part of it. So no one can contribute, no one can preserve it. It has to preserve us and then take us forward. That's all. It's my opinion.
I have asked this
Wonderfully
question to many of them, and this is the best answer I have gotten ever. Right? I had the privilege of hosting many, accomplishers like you, and I've asked these kind of questions in various different forms. I'm telling you, undoubtedly, it's the best answer I got. That shows, who are as a person and what are your strong beliefs. What are your strong practices, and what do you think it is? It's just I think you've got a very, very pure, pure mind, pure thinking, so Aishwarya, I had to ask a last question on what is her message to the global Kannadigas. Of course, this is Kannadiga show. But before that, if you have a question to ask, I know I'm going to extend a little bit, few minutes. It's worth it. So please go ahead, Aishwarya, and then we can conclude with the last question.
I'm just very grateful. Thank you, ma'am, for this wonderful experience to talk with you. And like you said, the passion just pushes the art forward. We just hope that, we all can take that speck of ours and keep living through this beautiful divine art form that it is. We hope to see you here very soon, and we would love to interact more with you in person as well. So everybody in the Bay Area who is listening, please mark your calendars for August 17th at Shabo College, and 18th and 20th for Sheela ma'am's workshop, which will happen in Cupertino, Sunnyvale area. Please get in touch with us so that we can fill you up in for the right time, because slots are getting filled up fast as well. And come and bask into this divine art form that is so beautifully portrayed by the students of Sri Devi Nrityalaya as well, in this beautiful style. That is all I have to say.
Thank you, Aishwarya. Dr. Sheela Unnikrishnan, before we conclude this show, we have listeners all across the world. And obviously, listeners have common interest, and some of them are artists, but not every one of them. What is your message to these global Kannadigas? And I say it's a Kannada channel, so I have to use this word, Kannadigas. So what is your message to global Kannadigas from you, Dr. Sheela?
Yeah. See, we have to live in this world, and whatever the work we are doing, do it with the fullest, for your contentment and satisfaction. Whatever you do, don't aim for the result, like for the money. Don't work for the money. Whatever you do, do it for yourself, and that will give you happiness, peace, and satisfaction. So if we are contented, we will make the people around us happy and then contented. So whatever you do, do your best for your satisfaction, peace, and happiness.
Wonderful. Wonderfully said. Thank you so much for being on a show. Aishwarya, thank you so much for being a co-host here. It has been wonderful talking to you, Dr. Sheela Unnikrishnan. It's been a privilege. It's been an honor to be hosting you, and looking forward to further interaction in person. I would love that. And hopefully, you could find some time to talk to me when you're here. And then, of course, all the other Bengaluru Voice, team as well, along with the Smaran team. So thank you so much from all our side. So ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ. ಇದುವರೆಗೂ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಶೀಲಾ ಉನ್ನಿಕೃಷ್ಣನ್ ಜೊತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಭಾಷಣೆ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹಿಡಿಸ್ತು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋತೀನಿ. ನನಗಂತೂ ಭಾಳ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಯಿತು ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ಮುಂದಿನ ವಾರ ಇದೇ ಸಮಯಕ್ಕೆ ಇದೇ ಸ್ಥಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೊಬ್ಬ ಸಾಧಕರೊಂದಿಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಬರ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೃದಯದಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಜಿಸ್ತಿರಲಿ. ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ವಾಯ್ಸ್, ಲಿಸನ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್.
ಆಲಿಸು ಗೆಳೆಯನ ಹೃದಯದ ಮಾತೊಂದ, ಬಿಚ್ಚಿಡು ಬಚ್ಚಿಟ್ಟ ಮನದ ಕನಸೊಂದ. ಹಿಂದೆ ಸಮಯ ಮುಂದೆ ಇಡಲು ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ನಿನ್ನ ಸಾಹಸ ರಥಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾರಥಿಯಾಗಿ ಮುನ್ನಡೆಸಿದೆ. Bengaluru Voice. Listen to your heart.